To think I could have kept going and gotten that in the first episode. Also, but like we're at 50 minutes. I was not gonna sit down for like and have a 2-hour video.
Bruh.
Okay. Hello, Nesties. We're back with Usonatsu. I didn't start recording in OBS until after I'd launched the game, and so I missed out on the start of the music. And what, Kaoru, is that her name? Let me check. Yeah, Kaoru saying the title. But welcome back to Usonatsu. Hopefully this time the audio is okay. I made some more adjustments to... Hopefully my camera is okay too. I think I figured out where my camera is centered, so hopefully that's working too. I really hope it is. If it's not, well, okay, I guess we'll just have to deal with it. But, I should have all the audio fixed for this episode. Last time I forgot to... Well, actually, I did record 2 separate tracks for the game and my mic audio. The only problem was I forgot to separate the game and mic audio, so I was recording 2 tracks that both had both audio sources baked into them. But that should be fixed, so the game audio should be much better this time around. I did make some slight changes. I turned down the BGM and the sound effects a little bit, and I turned down my volume, what I'm hearing. I also turned down my mic a little bit, so hopefully you don't see or you don't hear the clicking and stuff from my keyboard and my mouse. But anyway, last time we were introduced to our main character, Tachibana Kaoru, and she had a brief run-in with this girl, whose name I already don't remember, which is a great sign. Shiori, yes. And after they had a brief interaction in which some guy confessed to Kaoru and Shiori accidentally witnessed it, Kaoru went on a quote-unquote date with this lady right here, Mirei, her former middle school teacher. And at the end of the date, Mirei was like, "It's over, we're done." And that is where we left off. So, I have a bit of an inkling of what's going to happen, since last time we read the Steam description and that had a little bit of a spoiler, but it sounds like something that's going to come up very soon, so it should be okay. Anyway, I wonder what this says. Oh, Chapter 1. Repeating one's mistakes. That's the achievement I just got. Let's load our save. We saved pretty close. I think this is close to the end of Chapter 1. Seemed like a good place to end it. The cool part about this, I guess, is you're going to see when I record all of these based on the loading time. So, let's just get right on into it. I wonder what's up with that cow. Sensei. Sensei, Sensei. My voice repeats endlessly inside my mind, but there's no answer, no response. She's long gone, and I have no idea where she is. I don't know anything. My one and only love is over. It's over. She's finished. That's all I know. I don't think I'll do a voice when I'm reading her internal monologue. Am I supposed to click something? Oh, I accidentally clicked the hide button. Okay. She told me to go, but I can't. I can't go back. I can always take a taxi back whenever I want to go home, just like she told me to. I've never taken a taxi by myself before, and I have no idea how much it even costs. I guess she must have known, considering the large amount of bills she gave me. Maybe it's severance as well, you know? Even if I go for a bit of a walk first... Excuse me. I doubt I'm in danger of being short on cash if I hail a cab somewhere else. Unable to sit still, I find myself heading toward the nearby waterfront park. I wonder how long she's felt this way. Thank you for the thumbnail. How long has she wanted the relationship between us to be over? I don't know the answer. But she's been acting weird the entire time we were together, from meeting at the station to showing off her painting to eating ice cream with me. Looking back, it seems so obvious. Oops, I keep pressing space, trying to advance the text. I guess it really is over. There's nothing I can do if she found someone else. No, I think she blinked there. What if I'd said something sooner? What if I'd been more serious about us? If I'd told her I'd loved her, would we have had a chance? When exactly did it become too late? Where could I have started over for a different ending? From today? The first time we reunited after I started attending high school? When I ran away from home in middle school and stayed at your place? I genuinely have no idea. I don't know. I have no freaking idea. I was not ready for the inhales. You stupid jerk! I shut out my feelings of frustration toward the ocean. I squeeze the guardrail with both hands as I lean over it. The sadness I can't stop from pouring down my face drips into the water below me. I feel like the music's now too quiet, so I'm gonna turn it back up. You're so mean, leading me on by making you think you actually wanted to spend time with me, tricking me into believing you were simply waiting until I graduated, all those times you called just to chat. How dare you call yourself trash? That's just you protecting yourself like always, giving yourself an easy way out. How dare you say that what we shared was fun and nothing more? The more I screamed, the more I remember. Her voice, the way her shampoo smelled, the smoke from her cigarettes, the taste of the cafe au lait that she drank. Alright, calm down. The warmth of her hand around mine when she took me away that day. It should have been me, not him. No. It should be me. In any other situation, we'd be together. In fact, we were together. The more I remember all the times we shared, the more strongly I believe that. That she would date anyone else but me is downright cruel. Could it be a guy? Her new lover, that is. Now that I think about it, I actually have no idea what her sexuality is. I just never thought of her falling in love with anyone other than me. However, if it's true, then I don't really have a chance. I never did. Ack is such a weird onomatopoeia. But it still doesn't explain how close we were. It doesn't just ack. She gonna slip? Yeah, that's what I thought. In the course of my outburst, my foot suddenly slips. Oops. I'm trying to find a place I can put my mouse to advance that's not gonna, like, disrupt things. I lean forward hard against the railing, and the only thing between me and the water. I shift further forward, gaining momentum until I approach the point of no return. Not that I care what happens to me now, but at that very moment, a familiar voice stops me. From this height, you wouldn't die even if you jumped, you know? What? The voice is emotionless. Look at her eyes. They look so weird. I look around to find the owner and see a familiar girl standing behind me.
みなぎさん
Minagi-san? She looks so different from how she is at school that it takes me a moment to realize who she is. For someone I hardly ever see, she's popping up everywhere today. First at school, and now here. Oops.
海に飛び込もうとするなんて、そんなに相手の方を思っていたんですね。
There's something very unsettling about her face right now. I can't believe you were about to jump into the ocean. You must have really liked them, whoever they were.
ちょっと待って、してない。
Huh? Hey, wait, that's not true.
それに、この場所ですと、すぐにボートが来ると思います。
You know, a boat would have picked you up almost immediately.
いや、だからさ、私、死のうとなんてしてないよ。
What? No, you got it all wrong. I wasn't trying to kill myself. Huh?
誤解だよ。身投げしようとしてたなんて。
This is a big misunderstanding. I wasn't about to jump, seriously.
そうなんですか?
Is that so? What are you doing here? How long were you watching? What are you trying to say to me? I'm suddenly overwhelmed with a slew of questions. But before I can ask anything, there's one very important thing that I have to tell her. I know that I won't be able to move forward if I don't make this fact crystal clear.
ちょっと滑っただけだよ。
I just slipped.
ごめんなさい。私、早とちりをしてしまいました。
Sorry, I clearly jumped to the wrong conclusion.
死にたいってまでは思ってなかったな。私の思いってさ、その程度だったってことになるのかな。
I wasn't thinking about dying at all. Though, I guess that doesn't mean I wasn't toying with the idea subconsciously, does it?
そうなのかもしれません。恋愛で人が死んでしまう事件もありますから。
I didn't notice this last time. Why do they got this weird kind of like pseudo-transparent stuff on their sleeves? I don't get it. What's the point of that? It's very possible. After all, I've heard that people can literally die of a broken heart.
私から見た橘さんは命を捨ててもおかしくないほど大きな感情を抱いているようにも見えました。
From what I saw, you clearly cared about this other person so much that you were willing to throw away your own life for them.
そっか。ってあれ、どこから見てたの？
That's true. But wait, how long have you been watching me?
橘さんが歩いてきて手すりの前に立って海に向かって叫ぶところからです。
From the time you walked up, grabbed the handrail, and began screaming at the ocean.
最初からだね、それ。
So, from the very beginning, huh?
それと橘さんが好きな相手って学校の先生なんですか？
Also, this person that you care so much about, they're a teacher?
やっぱ気になるよね。ま、みなぎさんの想像とは違うと思うんだけど。
You're curious, huh? Well, I have a feeling you're going to be disappointed.
それはつまりどういうことなんでしょうか？
And what exactly do you mean by that?
もう情けないとこ見られちゃってるし。そうだね。
Nothing. I don't want to give you any more reasons to feel sorry for me. That's all. Now that I've cleared up that misunderstanding, I feel like anything more will just complicate things. Then again, being able to talk to someone else might calm me down more than simply yelling into the void all alone.
聞いてってよ、話。
Listen to this. As I lean against the guardrail, Minagi-san settles into a position next to me. After steeling myself, I begin to tell her everything about my ill-fated love affair with my ex-teacher. Teacher, I hardly know her. Running away from home in middle school, hiding out at her house, the very first time I confessed my feelings for her, taking a screenshot to use as a thumbnail, her decision to quit her position, and my decision to transfer to a different school, which is how I ended up at Alba High School, how I'd followed the no-contact rule we'd agreed on while in middle school, but became less strict about doing so once I entered high school, leading to our eventual reunion. All the times I confessed my feelings for her and how she turned me down every time, ending with my final rejection today and the end of, well, everything. I honestly feel pretty pathetic unloading all the gory details of my love life onto a classmate whom I've hardly ever talked to before. She appears to listen closely to every single thing I have to tell her. We've never really spoken about anything, and yet, despite us sharing no real connection today, I can tell she's doing her best to listen and understand my story up until now.
今日までの先生との関係ってこんな感じ。いいよ、笑って。痛々しくってしょうもないでしょ。
And that's how it's been between us until today. Go ahead and laugh. I know how stupid it all sounds. Teehee? Huh? Teehee.
うわ、本当に笑った。茶化してる？
Wait, you're seriously laughing? Are you making fun of me?
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
茶化しているつもりはありませんでした。笑っていいよっていうのは笑ってほしいってことなのかなって思ってしまって。
I don't mean to make fun of you at all. When you told me to go ahead and laugh, I thought maybe you actually wanted me to, so I did. Bullying girls? Not cool, Kaoru.
ちょっとムカついた。まあ、言ったの私だからいいんだけど。
Now you're just pissing me off. Though I guess that's on me. The same serious expression that she'd had while listening to my sob story flashes across her face.
私、恋をしたことがないんです。だから、失恋した直後の人にどう声をかけたらいいのかってわからなくて。でも、
I've never been in love, which is why I'm not exactly sure what to say to someone who just got their heart broken. However,
その大きさは推し量ることもできないですけれど、下月先生への思いは特別なものだったっていうのは、立花さんの話を聞いてすごくわかりました。
oh, that got picked up on my mic. I just looked over, I saw the thing. Man, you heard that crack. I'm gonna cut that out. Despite not being able to even imagine the sheer magnitude of what you're feeling, it's clear from your story how much you truly cared about Miss Shimotsuki and how much she meant to you.
ちょっと違うよ。
That's not quite right. Okay. Pardon me?
この際だから言うけど、過去形じゃない。まだ現在進行形で先生が好き。
Okay. I just want to point out that my feelings for her aren't in the past tense. They're still very much in the present. Huh? As I speak, I suddenly feel something warm trace a path down my cheek. As soon as I notice it, the number increases from 1 to many.
あれ、なんでだろう。止まんないな。
Huh? What's happening? I can't stop.
そうだよ。私まだ好きなんだ。先生のこと。
That's right. I still love her.
変だな。振られたって自覚あったはずなのに。受け止めたって大丈夫って思ってたのに。
That's weird. I know that she dumped me for real this time, and I accepted it. I'm okay with it. Or at least I thought I was.
やだな。どうしてこんな止まんないんだろう。
Oh gosh, I hate this. Why is this happening? I can't stop crying.
ちょっと待ってね。もうちょっとで戻るから。これさ。
Hold on, just hang on a sec. I'll be able to stop and Just a moment. She doesn't say anything, but when I crouch down on the ground, she gets down right next to me. No, the blindingly white screen. I'm not sure exactly how much time passes. At some point, my large tears gradually shrink into smaller ones, then a slow and steady trickle before drying up entirely. And she stays by my side the whole time. Feeling slightly awkward, I take a deep breath while unsteadily rising to my feet.
先生のことまだ全然好きだ。やっぱさ、大事な人のこと簡単に忘れるとかって無理なんだろうな。
I still love her with all my heart. I guess there really is no way I could so easily forget someone who played such an important part in my life. Which is why I said what I did when she overheard that boy confessing his feelings for me at school. And looking at these low rooms in this, I assume this is a hotel. Actually, it could just be like a high-rise, but it looks like a hotel. You know, just looking at the stuff inside in the windows. It wouldn't be right to just casually agree to pretend it didn't happen. That's how I feel, at least.
今立花さんがおっしゃったこと、もう少し詳しく聞いてもいいですか？
You said something that I'm curious about, Tachibana-san. I'd like to talk more about it, if that's okay. Oops. Gotta stop doing that.
どれのこと？
About what exactly? Actually, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, because it looks like she's very close to doing the trade proposal thing.
大事な人のことを簡単に忘れるのは無理といったところです。
The part where you said it's impossible. You're so easily forget an important person in your life.
ああ、うん。いいよ。
Oh, right. Go ahead. She nods after hearing my response before opening her mouth to speak.
立花さんは大切な人を忘れる、大切な人の記憶を上書きすることができると思いますか？
Instead of forgetting someone you cared about, do you think it's possible to simply overwrite those memories with different ones? I can tell from her tone of voice that the question is important to her, incredibly so, and we've caught up to where we read in the Steam description. She watches me silently as I ponder my reply. She clearly wants an answer to her question, and she won't say another word until it comes. Reading that silent request in her gaze, I hold back the flurry of questions I want to ask and answer hers instead.
振られたばっかのこんなありさまの私に聞いたってろくなことないと思うよ。その前提で答えるけどさ。
I've just been dumped, so the way I feel right now, I'd say attempting something like that isn't a good idea. Keeping that in mind,
できるかはわかんないけど、しなくちゃいけないと思う。
I'm not sure if it's truly possible or not, but I might have to try something like that if I'm gonna get over her.
まだ自分じゃよくわかんないけどさ。前に進むとか言うじゃん。なんかそういうの。
I guess it's a way of moving on, though I'm still not sure if I ever can. That's basically how I feel.
答えてるんだけど。
I answered your question, so... She gives another nod before continuing.
私も立花さんと同じです。大切な人を過去にしなくちゃ、上書きしなくちゃいけない時はあると思います。
I'm just like you, Tachibana-san, and I strongly believe there are times in our lives where we have to leave people we cared about in the past by overriding our memories of them.
さっき恋とかそういうのわかんないって言ってなかった？
Didn't you say something earlier about never having experienced love before?
はいわからないんです。
Yes, I have no idea what it feels like.
どっちなの？
So then, which is it? Though she's always had this mysterious aura to her every time I've seen her at school, right now, I simply have no idea what's going through her mind. She normally looks so serious, and yet her expression can instantly change at the oddest of times. Talking to her honestly drives me crazy sometimes.
なんか気が抜けちゃったな。
I feel like I've lost my mind. The oddest thing about this whole situation is my mental state, and the fact that I keep blurting out random thoughts as soon as they cross my mind.
ね、これからどうしたらいいと思う？
Hey, what do you think I should do now?
どういう意味でしょうか？
What do you mean by that?
私部活もバイトもしてないから暇になっちゃう。休みの日とか放課後とか先生といることばっかだったし。
I'm not in a club and I don't have a part-time job. I basically just have endless free time now. After all, I've been spending all my afternoons and weekends up until now with her.
何もしなかったらまた先生のこと思い出しちゃいそうだしさ。時間どうやって使えばいいかなって。どう思う？
If I don't change something, I'll just keep thinking about her. I'm not sure how to spend my time now. Any advice? Well, you could try taking up bowling. Knowing her, she'll probably say something like, how about picking up a book and studying for once? But in reality, she doesn't say anything. Unable to stand the silence, I find myself breaking it. I'm breaking the silence. Well?
もし時間があるとおっしゃるならお願いがあるんです。
If you have a lot of time to kill, I actually have a favor to ask you.
何？お願い？
Huh? What is it? This, favor. Favor? I hardly know her. I find myself flustered by her unexpected response. Meanwhile, Shiori just continues staring straight at me.
はい。失恋したばかりの方に言うことじゃないというのは理解しています。
Yes, I know this isn't what most people say to someone who just had their heart broken.
ごめんなさい。でも今聞いてほしいと思ったんです。こんなの初めてで理由はわからないんですけど。
And I'm really sorry, but I need you to listen. Because I've never experienced anything like this before, and I don't understand. I can tell that whatever is wrong, it's hard for her to express in words. Oh. What was that? Realizing I'm waiting for her to speak, Minagi-san closes her eyes as if organizing her thoughts. Then, after taking several deep breaths, she looks at me once more before finally opening her mouth.
お兄ちゃんを忘れさせてください。
You broke up with your girlfriend. I'm bored. I mean, I need you to help me forget about my older brother. Minagi-san says those words as she holds my hand. Her big eyes cloud over with a film of unshed tears.
私、お兄ちゃんの記憶を上書きしたくって、それで。
Bubbles? Like a seabed? I'm waiting for a good moment. I'm waiting for a good moment with the bubbles.
Ah, ちょっと待って。いきなりすぎてまだ頭に入ってこない。
Whoa, let's back up. This is a lot to take in all at once, and I need time to process.
ごめんなさい。
gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
うん、大丈夫。聞かせて、続き。
Okay, that's better. Please continue.
はい。
Okay.
私優柔不断なんです。食べたいものとか勉強のこととか将来のこととか自分で決められないんです。ずっとお兄ちゃんの真似しかできなかったんです。
I can't seem to decide on anything. What to eat, what to study, let alone my plans for the future. I feel stuck, unable to move forward. All I've been able to do until now is follow in my brother's footsteps.
お兄ちゃんみたいにならなくちゃって思って生きてきたんです。私なんてお兄ちゃんと比べれば無価値と同義ですから。
I've lived my whole life until now thinking that I have to be just like him, but compared to everything he's done, I'm worthless. What does she want me to say when she lays out her situation in such an extremely vulnerable way? The seriousness of her situation imparted through her words leaves me dumbfounded.
兄弟とか姉妹とかみたいになりたいって誰しもちょっとはあるんじゃないの？
I guess it's kinda natural for younger siblings to strive to take after their older brothers or sisters.
っていうかさ、忘れるとか上書きするとか家族だったらできないんじゃないの？
What I'm trying to say is, when it comes to your family, I'm not sure if it's possible to forget about them or overwrite your memories of them. Suddenly, the big fight I got into with my parents the night before I ran away from home springs to mind. Even after everything that happened, my feelings toward my family remain unchanged. Having turned inward in thought, Shiori continues, unaware of my own private feelings. What is this? Oh, it's just the way they were doing like the... They have a really interesting way of how they handle the shading. It's like, what's up with her skirt?
そうかもしれません。でも
That might be true, and yet...
私は兄のようにならなければ生きている意味がないんです。
If I can't follow in my brother's footsteps, then my life is pointless.
これまではそう思っていました。
At least, that's how I felt up until now.
なのに進路調査表が書けなかったんです。お兄ちゃんのようにお医者さんを目指して勉強しているので、それを書けばいいだけなのに。
And yet, I couldn't complete the survey. It'd be easy enough to write that I'm studying hard to become a doctor, just like my older brother.
お兄ちゃんのように勉強するのは嫌なことじゃないのに、進路調査表を書こうとしても私の中の何かが拒否するんです。
It's not like I'm against becoming a doctor. But whenever I try to fill out the form, I just can't bring myself to write that down.
だから今まで通りに兄になろうとするだけじゃダメだって思ったんです。
I think it's because there's a part of me that realizes I can't just follow in his footsteps forever. She says she's been desperately trying to be just like her brother for her whole life. Then again, I've been just as relentless in chasing after my former teacher. And then, the survey falls into our laps, the oddly timed object that brought our disparate lives together. But
どうして私なの？
why me?
立花さんが学校の様子と全然違うなって思って、告白を受けている時と今の表情が全然違うなって気になって、それでいえ違います。もっと単純な理由です。
I You seem so different from how you appear at school. I noticed your usual expression changed when that boy confessed his feelings for you. Also, no, that's not it. My reason is much simpler than that.
立花さんに今会えたからです。
It's because we just met.
何それ全然わかんない。みなぎさんって意外とそっち系？
What does that mean? I don't get what you're saying. Are you telling me that you're like that?
そっち系ってどっち系ですか？
Like what? I'm not following.
ポエム好きそうみたいな。
Like, you enjoy poetry and stuff. Like that, you know?
それもわからないのですが。
I'm still not sure what you're trying to say.
かもね。私も。
Honestly, me neither. She was trying to call her a loose woman.
えー
I see. I'm losing my mind again. The reason why she answered my question wasn't because she was trying to help me out. And yet, for some reason, there's a part of me that's invested and wants to hear more.
それで何するんだっけ？
So, what's the plan again?
私がお兄ちゃんとやったこと、行った場所、立花さんとの記憶で上書きしてほしいんです。
I want to overwrite the memories I have of my brother, all the things we've done and places we've gone, with memories of you, Tachibana-san.
うん、いいよ。で、何するの？
Sure, okay. But how?
お兄ちゃんとの思い出の場所に一緒に行ってほしいんです。海へ行って山へ行ってお買い物にも行って水族館にも。っていいんですか？
If I said I wanted you to take you to all the places that hold the strongest ties to my brother, the ocean, the mountains, the aquarium, even just going shopping, how would that sound?
うん、楽しそうだしね。
I'm in. Sounds like fun.
投げやりに聞こえるのですが。
I feel like you're not taking this seriously.
正解。でもさっきも言ったじゃん。どうせ暇になるし。
Ding ding ding. But like I said before, I have all the time in the world to kill. Come on, Tachibana-san. Be serious. Not that serious. I find myself reflexively agreeing to her request. I'm gonna see if we can maybe get one of those in every episode. I feel like we won't be able to, but that's gonna be my new goal from now on. I'm gonna see if we can make it so I can get not that serious in every single one of these. I still understand half of what she's saying, but I'm at least aware that it's something pretty out there. I'm not sure if it's pity, empathy, or a mix of both. Empathy. But her straightforward honesty is compelling, and my gut tells me this is the right choice to make.
要はさ、みなぎさんの思い出の地巡りってことでしょ？
So basically, we're going around to places that hold significant emotional value to you, right?
はい、おっしゃる通りです。うまくいくかはわからないんですけれど。
Yes, exactly. I have no idea if this will work out in the way I want it to, but I'm breaking the cycle.
ちょっとわかるかも。私も
Not even the right
先
words.
生と行ったとこを一人で回ったら上書きになるのかなとか考えてたから。
Hang on, I think I get it. I was also wondering if I could revisit the places I used to go with her in order to overwrite my former memories as well.
立花さんもそうだったんですね。
I guess we came up with similar ideas.
でもなんで私？ちゃんと話したのなんて今日が初めてじゃん。
But why me? We've never really talked much before today.
もしかしたら理解してもらえるかもって思ったんです。あるいは心から 大切な人を上書きしたい気持ちに共感してもらえるかもって。
I had a feeling that maybe you would understand. That you, more than anyone else, would understand the desire to replace cherished memories of a loved one. Plus, isn't this how it always goes in those contract couple rom-coms?
じゃあ私を好きになっちゃうかもね。共感してもらえると弱いって言うじゃん。
Well, in that case, there's a possibility you might fall in love with me. They say it's easy to find commonalities when you're feeling especially vulnerable. Plus, it's a great way to create drama and string the plot along.
それもお兄ちゃんを上書きする一つの手なのかもしれません。
That would certainly be one way to overwrite the current memories I hold of my brother. Not that I'm romantically interested in him in any way.
そんな動機で好きになられるの嫌なんだけど。
Hey, I'm not interested in having someone fall for me as some kind of backup plan or rebound, even if they are a brocon.
嘘ですよ。
I was joking. The jokes write themselves. The sadness, the summertime sadness I felt before has abated enough that I can crack jokes now. But what's with this weird feeling? Ignoring the look of agitation on my face, Shiori straightens up before continuing.
では改めて、私がお兄ちゃんを忘れる、上書きするための思い出の地巡りに協力してください。
So, to sum it up, I'd love if you'd accompany me on a tour of emotionally significant locations, so I can overwrite my memories of my older brother.
わかった。
Okay, I'm in.
ありがとうございます。よろしくお願いします。
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate your help.
こちらこそよろしく。
Same, I guess. Though I'm still not sure what exactly we'll be doing. Kissing.
暇じゃなくなるならそれで。
If it gives me something to do, then I'm all in.
やけになってませんか？
Are you really that desperate for companionship? How sad.
なってるかも。ダメ？
Maybe. Is that so bad?
お好きにどうぞ。
Well, whatever makes you happy. You just sort of reek of desperation right now.
人事だな。
Not your problem, right? Aha! I get it now. The reason why I'm feeling so antsy. Talking with Minagi-san is kind of interesting. Plus, she's piqued my curiosity. In my opinion, our situations are completely different. It's one thing to overwrite memories of a former love interest, and another to try and do so for a family member. But if she can do it, then so can I. Anything she can do, I can probably also do. Though, I'd never tell her that.
みなぎさんさ、学校とイメージ違うね。学校だと優等生って感じだからさ。
You're different from how you present yourself at school, Minagi-san. You've always struck me as your typical honor student.
つい。
Gosh, that's...
ごまかさなくていいよ。みなぎさんがどんな人か分かってきたし。それに、今の方が話しやすいよ。
You don't have to put on the perfect student act in front of me. I think I have a better idea of who you really are. Plus, I find it a lot easier to talk to you this way.
それっていい意味なんでしょうか？
So, in other words, you meant that as a compliment? Bullying girls? Not cool, Kaoru.
お好きにどうぞ。
Take it however you want. She looks at me with her cheeks puffed out in annoyance. I suddenly realize that my eyes are completely dry, without a tear in sight. Minagi-san checks the time on her phone, and her eyes immediately widen in shock.
もうこんな時間、帰らないといけません。明日の10時に横浜駅に来てくれますか？
Oh no, I can't believe it's this late. I have to get home. Can you meet me at Yokohama Station tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
わかった。
Sure.
そこから始めさせてください。
And then, we can get started.
うん、任せて。あ、急ぐんだったらタクシー代いる？
Sure, whatever you want. Actually, if you're in a hurry, do you want some money for a taxi?
いりません。
I don't need your money. Clearly frazzled by my offer, she rushes off. Though it makes sense, considering it's already past 9 p.m. With how serious she acts all the time, I wouldn't be surprised if her parents still set a curfew for her.
お兄ちゃんを忘れるための記憶の上書きか。
She wants to forget her older brother by overriding the memories they made together, huh? I murmur absently to myself, remembering what Minagi-san told me earlier. Since Minagi can't live up to her brother's reputation, she wants to forget about him by overriding their shared memories. Which is why she wants to go on the so-called memory tour. Because as you all know, memory is the key. I have no idea what sort of theoretical mental gymnastics she's done to come up with this plan, but there's one thing that bothers me. Will she be overriding these memories she has of her brother with memories of me? The warmth of my former teacher's hand from so long ago seems vague now compared to the recent memory of Minagi's hand squeezing mine.
さて、私も帰ろっと。
I might as well head back too. I stuffed the taxi money from Sensei back into my bag. Since I don't need to be back home at any specific time, I decide to ride the train like always. The cow. Oh. She's got penguins too. Oh, there's the cow! We found it. She's got penguins too, just like in Lion House. Keeping the... Oh, I almost said keeping the fabric shut. Keeping the curtain shut, I focus on the light filtering through the gaps in the fabric. I went to sleep oddly early last night. I was worried I'd be plagued by restless thoughts and nightmares as soon as I slipped under the futon covers, but my fears proved unfounded. Is it really? Can you really call it a futon if it's bed? All that sobbing outside last night must have worn me out. It's kind of irritating to wake up feeling refreshed after crying my eyes out like that. Morning already? I get up out of bed and stretch. I'm not in the mood to see the sun shining this brightly. It's Saturday morning. The second Saturday of the month means a break from school, but I have plans anyway. I'm going with Minagi-san on her memory tour.
あ、連絡先聞いてなかった。
Oops, I never asked for her number. She'd be in such a hurry to leave that we forgot to exchange contact information. There's a chance I can find her Loon ID in the classroom group chat, though I'll only do so as a last resort. We're meeting up at Yokohama Station.
たまにはいいかな。こういうのも。
A change in routine is good sometimes. Might as well give it a shot and head out a little earlier than normal. With that thought, my summer morning begins. And now we'll end the episode. No, it's only been 48 minutes. Oh, do 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 do. Do 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 do. This is what plays when I start the game. Do 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 do. Hopefully this isn't copyright. If there's no audio here or the music sounds really weird, then it's because it got copyrighted. Next, marginalized progress. She really does remind me of Makima. I feel like we're getting sort of spoilers. And they were roommates. Yeah, this definitely seems like these are CGs, which could be spoilers. Some of these I've seen on the Steam page. Okay, okay. Okay, game. Oh, I've missed my chance. I'm gonna have to grab it out of the VOD. Actually, you know what? I kept Shadowplay on. I'm just gonna take Shadowplay and we'll go. Man.
蝶々結びをほどくように。
To think I could have kept going and gotten that in the first episode. Also, but like we're at 50 minutes. I was not gonna sit down for like and have a 2-hour video.
Bruh.
Yokohama Station is crowded on a Saturday morning. I don't know the exact number of them, but between the main JR lines and the private ones, there are quite a few trains coming and going, taking passengers all over to go shopping or hang out with their friends. I came here to meet up with Minagi-san on this bright sunny day, however.
いないし。
She's not here. It's already half an hour past our meeting time, and yet there's still no sign of her. With there being several well-known meeting spots scattered about Yokohama Station, I make sure to check each and every one, though if she has the same idea, we'll only end up continuously passing each other by. I'm starting to really regret not exchanging Loon IDs with her beforehand. At the very least, we could have nailed down an exact meeting spot.
私のミスだね。
This is all my fault. After all, I'd automatically gone straight to the spot where I usually met up with my ex-teacher. The usual meeting spot. No, that's wrong. It's more— No, that's wrong! It's more like the former meeting spot now, isn't it? Being here brings back unwanted memories of her. I really, really hate it.
帰ろっかな。
Should I just head back?
あ、やっと見つけた。
やっと見つけました。
It's both of them. Ah, there you are.
先生。
Huh? Sen? Oh no, was he just hearing her voice?
もう帰ろうかななんて言わないでください。
Don't tell me you were thinking of heading home already. Oops. Oops.
おはようございます、橘さん。
Good morning, Tachibana-san.
おはよう、みなぎさん。
Morning, Minagi-san. Morning, Minagi-san. Well, this is pretty awkward. I'm sure she can easily tell that the events from yesterday are still weighing on my mind. We both find ourselves at a loss for words, struggling to come up with something to say.
ごめんなさい。待ち合わせ場所をちゃんと決めればよかったです。
I'm really sorry. I should have come up with a more concrete meeting spot.
私もいけるかなって油断してた。お、今日はヘアピンしてるんだね。うん、いい感じ。
That's on me as well. I was too caught up in thinking about if I could make it at all. You got your hair up in a barrette today, huh? It looks nice.
橘さんはすごくおしゃれって感じがします。帽子も似合っていると思います。
You too, Tachibana-san. You're as stylish as ever. I think the bucket hat really suits you.
ありがとう。
Thanks. Changing the subject was definitely the right move. The mood between us is a little less awkward.
じゃあ行こっか、早速。
Should we go then? Like, right now?
お友達とお出かけなんてとても久しぶりなので、ちょっとだけ楽しみです。
Okay. It's been a while since I've gone out somewhere with a friend. It's rather exciting.
で、どこ向かうんだっけ？
Where are you taking us anyway?
こっちです。
This way, to the graveyard. What? The graveyard? Smiling, she gives me a nod before heading off. I should add new audio inputs for music so I can queue up songs. I'm talking about Club Witch by Billy Cobb. That's what that's a reference to. It's not a Heathers reference. I know I like making Heathers jokes. It's not Heathers in this case. As we walk toward our destination, we chat about where we both live. It turns out we both have something in common. We both live further away from school than the other kids in our class. For us, having Yokohama Station, with its many train lines, as the starting point for our adventures, seems like the most obvious choice. Promenade.
よりによってここか。
Here of all places. I can't help but think that to myself. We're at the same place I visited just the other day with my ex-teacher.
どうかしましたか？
What's the matter?
大丈夫。
Nothing. There's no problem.
はい、わかりました。
Ah, I understand.
それでさ、思い出の地巡りだよね。教えてよ、もうちょっと詳しく。
You said that this is a sort of memory tour, right? So tell me, what's meaningful about this place?
はい。昨日話した通り、私はお兄ちゃんの記憶を上書きしたいんです。そのために、お兄ちゃんとの思い出が特に強いところに行こうと思ったんです。
So, as I mentioned yesterday, I want to overwrite the memories I have of my older brother, and in order to do that, I have to visit the places that held the most meaning in our relationship. She's just repeating everything I already know. Oops. As if able to read my thoughts, she glances over at me before continuing.
思い出や記憶は場所と紐づくと思うんです。私はお兄ちゃんと家族以外とお出かけしたことがあまりないので、どこに行ってもその印象が強いんです。
I believe our memories are tied to specific places. My brother, my family are the only people I really go out with, so memories of my family linger in most places I visit.
なるほど。わかるよ、私にも。だってさ。ね。
I see. That makes sense. I'm the same way. It's like, well, you know.
はい。
Right. In short, my memories with my ex-teacher are scattered all around the city. Wherever I go, whatever I see, I'm reminded of her. And I know Minagi-san understands what I'm trying to say without me needing to put it into words.
ごめんごめん。大丈夫だからさ。やってみなきゃわかんないし。行ってみよう。
Sorry. I'm A-okay. You won't know if you can do something unless you try, right? Let's go.
はい。よろしくお願いします。
Okay. Thank you for coming along. I really mean the words that naturally spring from my mouth. I'm still not sure if it's possible to forget or overwrite one's memories. But if she's willing to try, then so am I. At least, that's the thought that runs through my head, lightening my steps as we set off. Sure enough,
やっぱりここか。
here we are. I think to myself, once more, my hunch ends up being correct. She's brought me to a shopping mall with a direct connection to the tallest high-rise in Kanagawa. Being in the same place as yesterday is giving me a strong sense of deja vu. Well, it is a spot that most people go to when they're in the neighborhood, so I should have seen it coming.
ではまず。
Okay. First, we need to go get inside the photo booth.
先にご飯食べちゃった方がいいと思うけど、12時になったら混んじゃうよ。
We should probably get something to eat. The Ford Coot. The food court will get way too busy at noon.
いえ、12時にならないとお腹が空きません。
No, I don't start to get hungry until noon.
そんな短時間で変わるものなの？
Can your hunger levels really change that drastically in such a short time?
変わります。
They can indeed.
どういう原理？
Seriously? How's that possible?
わかりませんけれど、お兄ちゃんも同じなんですよ。
Her mouth is so funny. I don't know, but my brother was the same way. We've barely stepped inside before our first argument begins. With that said, it's not like I'm trying to force my opinion on her.
今日はみなぎさんの用事で来てるんだし、みなぎさんに合わせる。それでさ、何するか決まってるの？
I'm only here to keep you company while you get whatever you need done, so you're in charge for now. Have you decided what you want to do?
いえ、
No, I haven't.
え、
一つだけ決まっています。展望台から夕焼けが見たいんです。それがこの場所で一番記憶に焼き付いている光景でしたから。
Actually, there's one thing I want to do. I'd like to watch the sunset from the observation deck. That's one of the strongest memories I have of this place. The observation deck is a pretty popular spot. With it being one of the tallest things around, it provides an amazing view of the city.
私も子供の頃に来たことあるな。多分。
I'm sure I came here at least once when I was a kid.
多分なんですね。あんなに綺麗でしたのに。
Makes sense. The view from up there is gorgeous. Not as gorgeous as you though, Tachibana.
って、それなら先にご飯食べてもいいんじゃないの？
But don't you want to go grab a bite to eat somewhere first?
12時にならないとお腹が空かないんです。家でも学校でもそういう生活リズムじゃないですか。
I already told you, I don't get hungry until noon. My body clock doesn't change, no matter whether I'm at home, at school, or going out.
まあ、そっか。
Well, okay, I guess. Is this a manifestation of her fastidious nature? She's followed the rules for so long that at some point, they've come to dominate her life itself. I really don't understand it one way or another, so it's probably better to stop trying to make sense of her.
この辺なら時間を潰そうと思えばいくらでも潰せるとは思うけど、どうする？
I'm sure we won't have any problem killing time in a place like this, but what do you want to do?
せっかく来たのでいろいろ回ってみてもいいですか？
We came all the way here, so we may as well take a look around, right?
そうだね。じゃあ何から見よっか。
Okay, sure. What should we look at?
では夏に着るお洋服が足りなかったので、まずはそこから見たいです。
Well, I'm sorely lacking in summer apparel, so I'd like to check out some clothing stores first.
オッケー。じゃあ行こう。
Okay, let's go. When I was with Sensei, we could skip over this tedious back and forth on deciding exactly what to do. Whether or not we had a specific goal in mind, and usually there was none, my feet always seemed to know just where to go, as if on autopilot, while we talked about whatever crossed our minds.
ここ、こんなだっけ？
Is this place always like this? We've only been walking for a short while, and everything already looks completely different from yesterday. The shops and their window displays of clothing and makeup look basically the same as before, and yet totally different at the same time.
あ、みなぎさん見て。あの帽子、可愛くない？
Oh, look at that, Minagi-san. That hat. Isn't it cute? We passed a hat store with some kind of aggressively shaped hats for sale. Just when I thought I'd found a great article of clothing, thus getting us off to a good start, Minagi-san simply walks right past me without stopping.
私今帽子を買うつもりはないんです。
I have no interest in buying a hat right now. If you see something cute, why not at least try it on? Sheesh. If I'd been here with Sensei, I would have tried it on without a second thought. But Minagi-san is quickly leaving me behind.
なるほど。
Okay then. It's such an unexpected response that all I can do is go along with it. Oh, and that's not the only store where we end up out of sync.
みなぎさん、あっちのカーディガンどう？
What do you think of that cardigan, Minagi-san?
あのブランドは絶対に買えないので見たくもないんです。
Considering I'd never buy anything from that brand, I have no interest in giving them even a second of my time.
気持ちはちょっとわかるけど。
I kind of understand how you feel.
夏の新作のシャドウだって色良くない？
Oh, it's the new summer eyeshadow palette. What do you think of the colors?
私お化粧はいつも使っているものに決めているので遠慮しておきます。
I'll stick with the makeup I always use. Thank you very much.
お試しだけでもやればいいのに。
You'll never know if you like something unless you try it on.
種類がたくさんあって選べなくなってしまいますから。だから偶然最初に選んだものだけを使っているんです。
It's hard for me to decide because there are so many choices. So I just ended up using the first one I happened to try. What is she wearing? What is this? It looks like she has like an apron on. Like I thought it was kind of like an overall type. I don't know. I don't know what she's wearing. I give up.
なら私が選んでもいいのに。
I could pick one out for you if you want.
それにこういうところで買うと高いじゃないですか。
Don't you think this place is a little pricey though?
ああ、まあ、それは確かに。
Oh, well, yeah, can't argue with that.
立花さん見てください。近くにアイスのキッチンカーが来てるんですって。
Oh, look at that, Tachibana-san. There's an ice cream truck nearby.
それはやめて、マジ。
Seriously, I'm gonna need you to stop. Oh, I heave a huge and utterly exhausted sigh from deep inside my heart.
なかなかいいお洋服が見つかりません。
We didn't find any good clothes at all.
皆さんの姿勢にも問題あるに1票。
Having such high standards sure must make life difficult. My sarcastic comment flies right over her head. I follow Minagi-san's gaze and gasp in surprise at what I see. Somehow, we ended up at the local art contest exhibition corner, where I checked out the various winning paintings with my former teacher yesterday. Since we took a different route to get here today, I feel the same as if I'd wandered into the woods and gotten lost without realizing it.
綺麗。
So pretty. Her attention is focused on a single oil painting. It's clear her words are directed at that singular piece and not every painting displayed in the exhibit. Of course, it's the one painted by Shimotsuki Miede, my former teacher.
何それ。
What the hell?
綺麗な絵だなって思ったんです。
I just thought it was a pretty painting.
いや、そうじゃないんだけど。
No, that's not what I meant. Just as I'm about to continue, I stop myself. Seeing the expression on Minigi-san's face, a combination of earnest interest and delighted enchantment, I decide I shouldn't bother her with my woes.
草木が枯れてしまった冬の風景なのに、どこか暖かい色使いで。
It depicts a wintry landscape where the vegetation is withered up and died, and yet the use of color hints at a hidden warmth.
これを描いた人は優しい人なんですね、きっと。
I'm sure the person who painted this is a kind and gentle soul.
優しくないよ。でも、大好きな人。
She's certainly neither kind nor gentle, though. I love her anyway! Miss Jackson, Miss Jackson, Miss Jackson.
もしかしてこれを描いたのって。
Don't tell me the painter of this piece is...
先生。まあ、偶然だよね。わかってる。
That's right, it's her. Yet another coincidence, I know.
いえ、偶然ではないです。この絵が綺麗だと思ったのは本当のことですから。
No, that's not why I mentioned it. That I find this painting beautiful is an undeniable truth.
そっか。
Oh yeah?
わかるよ。私もいいと思ってたから、先生のこの絵。
Well, I get it. I think it's pretty good too. The painting, I mean.
ですよね。
Right? Seeing her smile cheers me up somewhat. I'm still filled with a mismatch of sad, painful, and incomprehensible emotions, but
みなぎさんって絵とか好きだったんだね。
are you into paintings,
好
Minagi-san?
きってほどでは。でも子供の頃から家族で美術館に行くのは好きでした。
I'm not sure that's how I'd put it, but I loved going to art museums with my family when I was much younger. It's another part of her precious memories, then. I decide to keep that thought to myself. It's already noon before I know it, and Minagi-san gets hungry right on schedule.
向こうレストラン入ってるから行こう。
There's restaurants over there. Let's go. Okay. This time, I take the lead as we once again head off. I finally feel as if our seemingly parallel existences have come to a crossroads thanks to my former teacher's painting. And yet, things are never that simple, are they? It's currently 30 minutes past noon, putting us smack dab in the middle of the lunch hour rush.
ここのラーメン2時間待ちなんですか？
Huh? This ramen place has a 2-hour wait time? That was
ビ
funny.
ーフステーキのランチはもう品切れ。
The ribeye steak lunch set is already sold out. Do I have something for this? Do I have my own? Do I have my own? Brrr.
こっちの大盛りカレー店は臨時休業なんですか？
How can the curry place with giant portions close at a time like this? I like that it's the same sound effect.
だから言ったじゃん。混むよって。
I warned you earlier that this is literally the worst time to eat lunch.
ここまでとは。
Even this place is no good.
っていうか、なんでこう重いメニューばっかり？
More importantly, why do you only want to go to places with oversized menu options?
12時を過ぎたからお腹が空いたんです。
Because it's past noon and I'm starving.
ああ、なるほど。
Oh, of course you are. I still don't understand how she works at all, so it's easier to give a polite nod and move on. Just checking out the stores Minigi-san was interested in took us about an hour. Considering I'm not actually that hungry, I don't mind waiting a bit for food. But Minigi-san is visibly losing whatever energy she might have had.
ほら、あっちのカフェならテイクアウトしてそこのベンチで食べれるよ。
Look, we can get takeout from that cafe over there and then eat it on those benches.
お腹いっぱいにならなそうです。
I don't think that's gonna be enough to fill me up.
小食だと思ってたけど、意外。
I was totally off base thinking you had a small appetite. Maybe it's thanks to her older brother's influence? As someone who's not a big meat eater, it seems like most folks are go big or go home types.
みなぎさんが行きたそうなとこ人気だし、食べれる時に食べちゃった方がいいよ。
You only seem to want to go to the most popular spots, but if you're starving, then you don't have much room to be picky.
そうします。
I guess so. Five? Wow. She ends up scarfing down the sandwich I got her from the cafe in the blink of an eye. The cafe is only quiet in comparison to every other option, meaning it still took me quite a bit of time to get through the lineup and pay. The longer we waited in line, the less energetic Minigi-san grew, but let's not get into that. Although the sandwich wasn't enough to fill her up, it'll at least take the edge off her hunger for a while. Time for another circuit around the mall, I think to myself. Just like before, there's an odd rhythm to the way Minigi-san likes to shop that doesn't mesh well with mine, although I'm slowly getting used to it.
ちょっと疲れたね。
Phew, I'm kinda tired.
そうかもしれません。ここのショッピングモールは子供の頃に来た時よりも広く感じました。
Me too. This mall seems a lot bigger than I remember it being as a kid.
普通逆じゃない？大きくなったら狭く感じるっていうかさ。
Isn't it usually the other way around? Like, the bigger you get, the smaller the world feels?
私の場合、家族の用事が決まっている時に来ることがほとんどでしたから、目的なく自由に歩いたので、昔より広く感じたのかもしれません。
I'd only ever come here with my family when we had a goal in mind, meaning we'd be in and out. Walking around without a purpose makes this entire place seem a lot bigger.
ま、みなぎさんは不満ばっかだったけど。
You're just full of complaints, aren't you?
もう、そうじゃないです。
Hey, I didn't mean it like that. In the end, she didn't buy a single thing from anywhere. But it was kind of fun checking at the stores with her in a different way from usual. I'm glad I came. I can tell Minagi-san also had a far different experience this time around compared to her previous visits. Which is why I ask.
できたのかな？思い出の上書き。
Did your memory overriding experiment work?
わかりません。すぐに結論は出ないのかもしれません。けれど、橘さんと一緒にここを回ったことは、ちゃんと記憶に残ったんだと思います。
I'm not sure. I don't think it's possible to know the answer right away. With that said, the memory I just made of walking around the mall with you, Tachibana-san, is very fresh in my mind.
ならよかった。じゃあ、そろそろかな。
Good. Well, I guess we should start heading over then. To the main reason we're here at all, that is. She wants to watch the sunset from the observation deck. A moment in time that's still burned into her memory in vivid detail. The Yokohama City nightscape. The Yokohama City nightscape? The Yokohama cityscape at night is pretty famous, so it's easy for me to imagine how beautiful it must look with the sun setting behind it.
チケットは向こうのビルまで行かないと。
We can't get inside without a ticket.
はい、わかりました。
Oh, that makes sense. We head toward the elevator that connects to the tower. What's that? No, please transition with any other screen. The awkward silence between us is suffocating. The reason is simple. The observation deck is crowded, meaning we can't get in until nighttime. This isn't a huge problem for the majority of folks here. In fact, considering how beautiful the cityscape is at night, they're probably happy about it. But it's a big problem for us, especially for Minagi-san. I'm the first to try and dispel the almost palpable discomfort.
また来よう。
Hey, why don't we try again another time?
はい。
Okay.
今日はみなぎさんの意外なところたくさん見れた。こういうのも下調べしてくるかなーって。
I learned a lot of surprising things about you today. It was almost like a sneak peek into who you are or something like that.
ごめんなさい。私が行きたいって言ったのに、こんなに混んでるとは全然思っていなくって。
I'm really sorry. When I said I wanted to go, I had no idea it'd be this crowded.
別に私はいいよ。あんまりお出かけしないって言ってたもんね。次からは私も調べるようにする。先生といろんなとこ行ったし。
It doesn't bother me at all. Besides, you mentioned you don't get to go out that much, right? I'll try to find a good spot to visit next time. I've been to loads of places with Sensei after all. I tried to crack a joke at my own expense, but Minagi-san continues staring at the ground. I only wind up emotionally damaging myself. What's that you say? Is that some,
Emotional damage!
Now that there's no longer any point in staying here, we head back toward the station through the mall. Our first memory tour. With a hodgepodge of emotions that feels almost like indigestion, I begin to wonder if maybe first attempts are simply doomed to fail, when suddenly... Mocha the cow!
え
What? Minagi-san is trudging along dejectedly, shoulders slumped, when out of nowhere she cries out in excitement. Mocha the cow is some kind of weird-looking cow character, by the way. Despite having my fair share of stuffed animals, I don't remember seeing a toy store anywhere near here.
あ、パジャマコラボしてるんだ。
Oh, it's pajamas. Some sort of collaboration.
そうみたいです。見ていってもいいですか？
Looks like it. Can we stop and take a look?
うん、もちろん。牛もちゃ好きなんだね。
Yeah, go for it. You really like this Mocha cow character, huh? Minagi-san is inside the store before I can finish speaking. I thought we'd managed to hit every single store worth seeing, but somehow we missed this one. She's practically bouncing around the store as if her former depression had been a complete joke. This particular brand is famous for their pajamas and loungewear. People love their products because they're both cute and comfortable.
聞いてもいいでしょうか？
Hey, can I ask you something? Minagi-san asks while staring at two different types of pajamas. Both are decorated? Both are decorated with images of Mocha the cow. I don't know if it's supposed to be Mocha. I know that they're just saying Mocha, but I don't know if it's supposed to be like Mocha.
白にピンクの柄は華やかですし、
The white one with the pink design is pretty and girly.
青の柄は爽やかで、
But the blue design feels fresh and clean. Did I get her? Oh, I got her right when she blinked. No! There we go.
どっちも可愛くって選べなくなっちゃいました。
They're both super cute, and I can't decide between them.
なるほど。
I see what you mean.
何ですかその反応？
What kind of answer is that?
今の質問、聞かれた側の気持ちにようやくなれたなって。
I'm just saying that for once, I understand how you feel.
どういう意味か。私でもわかりますよ。
What does that mean? No, I get what you're saying. Did I get her again while she was blinking? I did! Thinking back, Sensei rarely asked me this kind of question. Usually when we went shopping together, she'd ask what I thought while assuming my answer would be, looks great. As someone well aware of her own interests, she would buy things without really caring what I thought about it. I was the one who had trouble making decisions on my own and asked her for thoughts on color, shape, and design. And her usual response was,
どっちも似合うよ。
both designs would look good on you.
気を使わなくても。
That's a pretty non-committal answer. I got her again! Every single time.
残念ながら、これほんと。
Unfortunately, that's the best you're gonna get. I understand how it feels to be the one asking that question, unable to decide. But for someone like her that everyone would agree is strikingly attractive, I stand by my answer. If I were forced to choose one of them, I'd probably say the pink one suits her a little more than the blue, seeing as we have to maintain the Yuri tropes.
もういいです。橘さんに聞いた私が間違いだったかもしれません。
Never mind. Clearly it was a mistake for me to ask you.
じゃあさ、お兄さんが選びそうじゃない方で決めてみるってのはどう？
Fine. How about you pick whichever one your brother absolutely wouldn't choose?
お兄ちゃんだったら。
If I were my brother, which one would I pick? She stops in place and murmurs to herself. A somberness crosses her face momentarily before she opens her mouth.
グレーに青柄の方を選ぶと思います。なら私は白にピンク柄の方を買うのがいいんでしょうか。
He'd probably pick the blue design, So I should go with the pink one then, huh?
なんでそんな自信なさげなの？
Still unsure of yourself even now?
だってお話しした通り決めるの苦手なんです。
Seriously, stop. I told you before, I'm really bad at making decisions.
その割にはご飯とか服とか選んでなかった？
Still, don't you at least choose your own food and clothes?
それは頭の中のお兄ちゃんを頼りにすればなんとか。
Well, it's almost like my brother is in my head, guiding me in a way.
ならお兄ちゃんが選びそうじゃない方っていうのは案外合ってたのかもね。
It seems like the one your brother wouldn't have chosen ended up suiting you better, you Brocon. I have no idea how deep this whole wanting to be just like her brother thing runs in her daily life, but I can tell she clearly relies on this mental image of her brother for more things than I previously realized, which is why buying a pair of pajamas might be trivial to anyone else, but to her...
お兄さんのこと上書きできた？
Were you able to overwrite your memories of your brother?
わかりませんけど。
I can't say yet, but... Placing the blue pajamas back in the rack, she holds the pink set up in front of her body.
私が自分で選んだんですよね。
I made this decision on my own, didn't I?
うん。やっぱピンクの方が似合いそう。
Yup, pink really does suit you best.
本当ですか？
Really?
だって今みたいに笑ってくれるからさ。
I mean, you're smiling now, so yeah, totally.
「せっかくだし私も自分の買おうかな。お、この柄夏っぽくていいかも。
Since we're here, I may as well get one for myself. Oh, this pattern is very summery.
キウイの旬って春か秋だった気がしますけど。
I'm pretty sure kiwi fruit season is in spring or fall.
細かいことはいいじゃん。
No one likes a nitpicker.
そうですね。ではお会計しに行きましょう。
Fair enough. Let's go pay. No! I'm being blinded by the light. And thus, at the last minute, we've ended up with something to show for our day of walking around the mall. Though I have no idea if the first stop in our memory tour has led to Minagi successfully overwriting any of the memories she has of her brother. We're walking along after leaving the store when she suddenly stops dead in her tracks.
一つ思い出しました。
I just remembered something.
どうしたの？
What?
子供の頃はショッピングモールに行った後、家族でご飯を食べに行っていました。ここから中華街は近いですから。
Whenever I'd go to the mall as a kid, my family would always take us out to eat afterward, and Chinatown isn't far from here.
で、今お腹鳴った？
Ooh, has someone got a rumbly in their tumbly?
言わないでください。
Please never say that again.
私もお腹空いてたし、行こう。
I'm kinda hungry too. Let's go. Chinatown's a walkable distance from here, but it's still kind of far this late at night. As we walk toward the closest station, we're entertained by a musical accompaniment coming from Minagi-san's stomach. No, stop it. It's Mocha! With tomorrow being Sunday, Yokohama's Chinatown is bustling with activity. There are a lot more adults compared to the afternoon. They probably came here to go drinking.
そういえば先生と来たことなかったな、ここ。
I've actually never been here with Sensei.
そうなんですか？横浜周辺は近いので来たことあるのかなって思っていましたけれど。
Really? It's not that far from the main Yokohama hub, so I thought you might have come here before.
先生、食事よりもお酒好きだから。スープカレー好きって言ってたのも、お酒を飲むために食べてるって言ってた気がする。
She loved drinking more than food. She told me she loved eating soup curry, but I think she only used it as an excuse to drink beer along with it.
飲み物で飲み物を飲むんですね。
A drinkable meal to go with her drink, huh?
いや、スープカレーは飲まないでしょ。
Well, I wouldn't say exactly you drink soup curry. Once again, nothing Minagi-san says makes any sense. Despite having come here with my family when I was much younger, I've never been here with Sensei, making this feel like a brand new experience for me.
私が子供の頃と雰囲気は変わっていませんね。
It doesn't really feel any different from how I remember it when I came here as a kid.
ラインナップはちょっと変わってるみたいだけど、タピオカ増えたね。
I think the stores themselves have changed a little. There's a lot more bubble tea places. From the way she's talking, it sounds like she hasn't visited this area in quite a while either. Same goes for the mall earlier. There must be a reason why she hasn't really gone out anywhere with anyone but her brother since she was a little kid. That's not the type of question I can casually drop mid-conversation, though.
で、何食べる？みなぎさんお腹空いてるみたいだし、決めていいよ。
So, what do you want to eat? You're the hungriest between us, Minagi-san, so you pick.
迷っちゃいます。時間もあまりありませんし。
I don't know. We don't really have a lot of time.
そろそろ20時になるもんね。普通はそっか。
I guess it is closing in on 8 p.m., huh? Though that's a pretty normal time to be out. I had a tendency to lose all sense of time when I went out with Sensei. Plus, the worst that could happen if I ended up running late was being forced to spend the night with her. Though she almost never let me stay at her place. Just as I begin to sink into the very memories that I've been trying to escape from, Minagi-san interrupts my thoughts, saving me from myself. Oh. Oh my god. It's her. It's what's-her-face. Rika? Is that her name? She looks like a Rika. Oh. Oh my god.
あれ？
Huh? For a moment, I thought maybe she found a place she wanted to eat at, but no. A familiar voice stands out from the sea of people around us.
なんでお前らが一緒にいるんだよ。
What are you two doing here? Together?
お、井ノ原さん。
Oh, it's just Inohara-san. I think her name should be in the menu, in the settings. Oh, it's Riku. I'm sorry.
リク、今日は家族とご飯？
Riku, are you eating out with your family tonight?
そうだけど、そうじゃなくて、なんで橘といるんだ？
Well, yeah, but that's not important. Why are you here with Tachibana? This is Inohara Rinka. Rinka? No, that's Zagi Zero. This is Inohara Riku, a classmate of ours. Inohara-san and Minagi-san seem basically inseparable and are on a first-name basis with each other, so I assume they're close friends.
私は。
Well, we're just...
デート？
I guess you could say we're on a date? What? It's clear that Minagi-san is hesitant to bring up this entire memory tour business, so I did what I could to try and help her out of that awkward situation. Though Inohara-san's reaction is far beyond anything I might have expected.
いや、嘘だよ。
Sorry, just joking.
嘘？本当か？
Oh, so it's not true? Seriously?
本当。
Yep, it's true.
それ、どっちが本当って意味なんだよ。
Like, I can't tell what that answer is supposed to mean.
デートっていうのは橘さんの冗談だよ。
That's just Tachibana-san's sense of humor.
本当か？本当なのか？
Like, really? So, like, you're really joking?
冗談だよ。
I really mean it. Really.
だからどっちなんだよ。
That's like just as vague as before, sis.
井ノ原さんって面白い人なんだね。
You're a funny person, Inohara-san.
こっちは何にも面白くねえよ。
Like, there's nothing funny about me or any of this. I'm not sure how to put it, but she's incredibly easy to read. I spot a couple watching Inohara-san from a short distance away. They must be her parents that she mentioned earlier. From the looks on both of their faces, I can tell they're a loving family. I don't really want to intrude on their time together.
じゃあ私たちこれからご飯だから。
Well, we're gonna go get some food, so...
やっぱ二人は。
Huh? So you two, like, really are...
だから違うの。その
I already told you she was joking. Also,
まあそういうことで。
well, you get how it is.
どういうことだよ。
Like, seriously, I don't get anything at all.
じゃあ行こう、みなぎさん。
Let's go, Minagi-san.
はい。
Coming.
おい、ちゃんと理由聞かせてもらうからな。
Hey, I'm gonna need you to explain yourselves, like, right now. With Inohara-san's voice gradually fading off into the distance, we disappear into the crowd. I have a feeling we won't be able to act like nothing happened when school starts on Monday. We put everything on hold for the time being as we decide what to eat. Now loading.
小籠包美味しかったです。もうちょっと早く来れば他のお店とも食べ比べができたかもしれません。
Those soup dumplings were pretty tasty. Though if we'd arrived a little earlier, we would have had more time to figure out what the best place for them was.
まあ夜になっちゃったからね。
Unfortunately, it was already pretty late. After finishing our meal, we decided to head back. I ended up getting a sandwich of sorts made from Peking duck in a black pepper bun from a street vendor. Minagi-san had the same thing, plus some soup dumplings and a large piece of fried chicken covered in tapioca powder.
さすが立花さんでした。私の好み完璧にバレちゃってました。
Leave it to you, Tachibana-san. You always seem to know just what I like.
でしょう。ま、みなぎさんほどわかりやすい子は少ないと思うからね。
I know, right? Well, most people aren't as easy to read as you.
どういう意味ですかそれ。
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? It looked like Shiori didn't know what she wanted to eat, so I chose something that seemed right up her alley. I'm not sure where she puts it all, but she finished everything in no time flat.
今日はみなぎさんの知らなかったとこたくさん知れたな。
I've learned so much about you that I didn't know before, Minagi-san.
私もです。思っていたよりおしゃれが好きなところとか。
I feel the same way. You're way more into fashion than I thought.
私はみなぎさんが食いしん坊ってとこが印象的だったな。
I'm also still impressed by how much you can eat.
もう。
Come on, hee hee. After getting off the train, we hang out for a bit in Yokohama Station, since it's where we'll both be transferring to our respective lines. From the way she rushed off the night before, I'd assumed she had a strict curfew to deal with, but I guess not. I decide not to pry into her home life. She turns to me once more before speaking quietly.
今日はありがとうございました。
I really appreciate you helping me out today.
思い返すと遊んでただけだったね。どう？お兄さんとの記憶上書きできた？
Thinking back, all we really did was hang out at the mall, huh? Did it work? Were you able to overwrite the memory of your brother?
正直に言うとやっぱりまだわかりません。ですが立花さんとは合わないところもたくさんありますけれど、とても楽しかったです。ショッピングモールも中華街もこの駅も。この先今日のことを一番に思い出すと思います。
Honestly, I have no idea. You know, our personalities are so different, and yet I had so much fun. At the mall, at Chinatown, and even here. Moving forward, I think my strongest memories of this place will be from today.
そっか。ならよかったのかな。
Huh. I guess it worked out well then. I'm still not sure if it's a good idea to try and overwrite the memories she's made with her own brother. But if she had fun, then that's all that really matters.
次は来週の日曜日に付き合っていただきたいのですが、いいでしょうか。
I was hoping we could hang out again next Sunday, if that's okay with you.
うん、いいよ。来週は土曜、学校だもんね。
Sure, sounds good. Though we also have school next Saturday.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Hmm. Thanks for wanting to spend time with me.
それより、井ノ原さんに誤解されちゃったままだよね。私は気にしないけど、皆木さんはどう？
We should probably talk about that whole misunderstanding with Inohara-san, though. It doesn't bother me at all, but what about you, Minagi-san?
ええ、リクにも説明しないと。ですが、
I guess I'll have to explain what's going on sooner or later.
多分説明してあげた方がいいと思うな。なんとなく。
It's probably a good idea for you to tell her everything. That's how I feel, at least.
はい。リク、仲間外れにされたって思っちゃいますよね。
You're right. She probably thinks I'm trying to replace her as my friend. Maybe we were a little too vague. I don't think Minagi-san really understands why Inohara-san was so upset, but I'm not getting involved in their friendship any more than I already have.
私が話すきっかけ作るよ。話しにくいの、わかるしね。
I'll help break the ice for you. I know you have a hard time talking to people.
それは。
I don't know if I can do it.
いいよ、任せて。
Trust me, I'll set things up.
では、お言葉に甘えます。
In that case, hopefully it'll all turn out fine.
じゃあ、あさってに学校で。またね、しおり。
Good. Guess I'll see you at school tomorrow then. Later, Shiori.
はい。呼び方。
Okay. Wait, what did you call me?
だってさ、井ノ原さんはしおりって呼んでたし。一緒にデートした仲でしょ？
Isn't it still Saturday though? They don't have school on Sunday, do they? She's talking about Monday. I'm confused. Inohara-san called you Shiori, right? I feel like after going out on a date together, I should be able to call you by your first name as well.
本当に今日はありがとうございました。では、立花さん、また月曜日、学校でお会いしましょう。
I really appreciate everything you did today. Okay then, Tachibana-san. Until we meet again tomorrow. I guess it is Sunday. I thought it was Saturday. Now loading. It says Saturday. What do they mean tomorrow on Monday?
なんだろうな。
What are they talking about?
今日の一日って。
What exactly happened today anyway? Thinking back on it rationally, I have no clue. While we both seemed to have a good time, memories of Sensei kept surfacing, leaving me feeling conflicted and sad throughout the day. Even Shiori wouldn't stop bringing her up. It feels like there's more friction between us than there was with Sensei. And yet,
まあいっか。しおり、満足そうだったし。それで。
well, whatever. Shiori seems happy with how it went. Good enough for me. The wall separating me from Shiori is still pretty solid, but I feel like we're a little closer to accomplishing her goal. I have no idea how the story will end or what awaits us when we finally get there. But it might be fun to hang out together for a little while longer. And in the meantime, perhaps I can overwrite my own memories.
今日買ったパジャマ。いつから着ようかな。
Should I try on the pajamas I bought today? I look at the paper bag containing the pajamas with the kiwi fruit design that I immediately fell in love with. I'm sure the pajamas will remind me of the day I spent with Minagi every time I see them. What exactly are memories anyway? Shiori told me she wants to overwrite her memories of her brother. To me, that seems more like a means to an end than the end itself.
思い出の地巡りってその先にあるものって何なんだろう
I wonder what lies at the end of this whole memory tour thing, but the whole thing is too difficult for me to wrap my head around. Shoving the thought from my head, I step into the shower. Clear Chapter 2! Kaoru's room. Sunday. We're gonna stop it there. We got an ellipses. Perfect. I'm not doing this anymore. I was really hoping we would get to a chapter end. Looks like this one was about an hour. The last one seemed like it was maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're gonna save. We're gonna save in a new slot, and we're going to the main menu. Yeah. I don't know. The game feels like it's moving forward quickly, but at the same time, I feel like there could be a lot more that we still haven't gotten into. I don't know. I don't know how long this game is, but it really picked up. I looked over earlier, and we were 36 minutes in, and it really hadn't felt like we were 36 minutes in. Like, I didn't feel like anything had happened, and I was worried that this was going to be, like, an episode of nothing. And then we steadily started approaching an hour, and I was like, oh, stuff is happening. And now I look over, and we're currently at an hour, and we're just about to be an hour and 47 minutes in. And, man, I don't know. Like, it feels like things are moving quickly and not quickly at the same time. But I'm still very excited to see where this is going. We finally reintroduced Riku back into the story, so that's exciting. Because I can't wait for her to show up, because we can do the Valley voice. Like, oh my god, Shiori, I can't believe you were with Kaoru yesterday. And we still have 2 other characters. We still have, presumably, a sister, I assume. And then maybe, I don't know, this could be the dad or the brother, and I assume this is her dad. I assume this is Kaoru's dad. So, we haven't seen any of the family members yet. So I don't know. This is Sunday morning, though, I think is what it said, 3 a.m. on Sunday. So maybe we'll see Koharu. But regardless of any of that, I'm steadily approaching the 2-hour mark. And I really don't want to have these videos be too long. This is already going to be longer than episode 1. Let's go back to the title screen so you can hear the do-do-do-do-do-do-do and how loud it is. I'm not going to read any of that. But yes, let's go back to the title screen. But yeah, thank you all for watching this episode of Uso Natsu. Like I mentioned at the start, hopefully the audio is better this time. At the very least, it should be slightly better balanced. The quality might be kind of funky, but the actual volume should be much better than last episode. But aside from that, thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please like it and consider subscribing if you want to see more of my videos, because of course it really helps out with YouTube and the algorithm. Plus, you don't have to go around searching for my videos, and if you want to always get notified when I upload a video, be sure to hit the bell. It really does work, you know, and maybe you'll catch a typo if I accidentally upload something with a different title or something like that, which is always fun. But once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.